up, everyone? Miss E here, coming to you from my lovely unfinished garage, which has now turned into my home gym since we're not able to be at the actual gym these days. If you're just now joining us, welcome to some at-home gymnastics. This is stuff that you and the kids can safely work on at home, no equipment required. And if you've been with us before, maybe you've seen our preschool warm-up that we've already put out, or some of the conditioning exercise workouts that are a little bit tougher for the older kids. Parents, I challenge you to do them as well. Today, we're gonna get started with a fun little warm-up that we would maybe do in some of our classes with our more school-age children. So maybe kindergarten through middle school type age kids who may be coming to gymnastics for about an hour a week. This is an example of a warm-up we would lead them through. It's a great way to start the day. I challenge you to turn it on the TV, crank up some tunes, and let's get stretching. So I'll give you a second to pause, grab a yoga mat if you have one, or maybe use a spot on the carpet on your floor so it's nice and soft, and then we're gonna get going, all right? Here we go. We're gonna start out with some jumping jacks. Big arms, big straddle motion with your feet. And we're gonna keep it going, get that blood pumping nice and warm. And we're gonna switch to jog in place. Jog it out, jog it out. If it's nice outside, you can do this out in the fresh air. If not, inside is great. We're gonna take it back to jumping jacks. Here we go. And jog, and jumping jacks, and jog. Good, now arms up to the sky and reach up really, really big on your toes. At gymnastics, we refer to being up on our tippy toes as releve. Releve is a French word that means to rise up. So we're gonna rise up and then we're gonna reach down, 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 and reach up even bigger, even higher this time, and reach it down. And last time, best time, up, 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 up. And this time, step your feet out a little bit as you reach it down. Next, we're gonna challenge our balance just a little bit by standing on one foot, maybe even making some circles with that foot, and then jump and switch. If you fall, just pick yourself back up, try it again. Balance, and circle that foot out a little bit. Back to the first foot. This time we're gonna put our arms out like an airplane and put one foot in the back. Anyone know what this position is called? If you guessed arabesque, you're right. If you want to make your arabesque a little harder, challenge yourself to really straighten that back leg and point that foot, and then try on the other side as well. Arabesque. Excellent job from there. Let's roll the wrists around a little bit. Roll the shoulders. Take them the other way and roll our neck out. Good, we should be feeling nice and loose now. All right, we're gonna step it out into a big wide stance. At gymnastics, we call this a straddle. So feet are apart. We're gonna take our hands, put them down on the floor, bend the knees slightly if you need to, or challenge yourself to keep them straight. And we're gonna start going side to side. So we've got some side lunges here. As we stretch it out, we wanna flex those toes up to the ceiling and try to keep this bottom foot flat. Parents, if you're trying this along with the kids, you might find that it's a little tough to get that bottom foot flat. I'm right there with you. We can also challenge ourselves by lifting the arms, chest up tall, finding some balance here, trying to keep this leg rock solid and straight. From there, hands going down to the floor, and we're gonna rotate to a lunge. So we didn't really move our feet, just kind of rotated our body, and we're gonna pick our hands up to our knee. From here, we want to make sure that our knee isn't way over the toe, so step that foot out if you need to. Shoulders come back, nice, good posture. Remember, we never want to be super slouchy. We like to sit up tall, proud of what we're doing. From there, can you balance with your arms out to the side? And maybe even keep them out while you straighten that front leg. Now we're going to go forward and back and forward and back. Hands can go to the floor. Last one, forward, hands back to the knee, and straighten that front leg. Good job. Now, if you can keep your front leg straight, only if you can keep your front leg straight, we're gonna wiggle walk that front foot out just a little bit and slide down into those splits or as far as you can. We wanna make sure we didn't take both hands to the same side or let our bottom drop down to the floor. We wanna try to stay up on that back knee, one hand on each side of the front leg, and then we're gonna bring it back through the middle. From there, Side lunge, leg number 2. Just as a refresher, we're gonna flex that foot up to the sky, try to get this bottom foot flat as a pancake, and challenge that balance with no hands. Chest up tall, squeeze this leg super straight, and rotate. Good job, guys. Hands up on your knee, shoulders come back, and lean forward. Make sure that knee isn't passing the toe. If it does, just wiggle, walk that foot out just a little bit more. And we're gonna straighten and push forward. And we're gonna balance, go back and forth a couple of times. You can take the hands down to the floor. And if we've got that front leg rock solid and straight, we can try to slide it down. Now, you might find that one side is totally easier than the other. And guess what? You're in good company. Same here. From there, we're gonna have a seat on our bottom with our feet nice and wide. At gymnastics, we refer to this position as a straddle. In our straddle, we want to keep our knees pointed up to the ceiling. Does anyone know what it's called if we let our feet flop in like this? If you've been in my class before, my kids know these are called sickle feet, and sickle feet are a no-no in Miss E's class. So we're gonna roll those big toes up off the floor. We like to say that the only sickles allowed are popsicles and bicycles. All right, so we're gonna stretch up big and reach over to one side. As we do so, we wanna make sure our other leg didn't pop up. Keep that leg on the floor and switch. And switch. Try to keep your knees super straight and switch. Maybe even point the toes. All right, hands are gonna go in the middle. Trying to keep our back super duper straight, not round like a turtle. Back straight, we're gonna try to walk, walk, walk it down. Watch out for those sickle feet. Keep those knees rolled up. And then we can hug it down, down, down. Try to be flat as a pancake. Or if you're like Miss Emily, you might be a stack of pancakes. That's all right, we can work on it. Next, we're gonna put our feet together out in the front. When we sit with our legs nice and straight, this is called a pike. Everybody say pike. Awesome, reach up to the sky and fold it down as far as you can. And reach up. This time we're gonna flex our toes, so that means pull your toes up towards you, maybe even lift your heels up off the floor without even grabbing onto them. We're gonna reach up big, grab those toes, and try to pull them gently off the floor, keeping those legs nice and straight. Great job, everybody. All right, next we're gonna take it over to a butterfly. So we're gonna put our feet together. We're gonna sit up nice and tall, use our elbows to press our knees down. Hopefully yours can go further down than Miss E's can. From there, let's lean forward, hold your breath. We got stinky feet. And come back up. Good job, guys. Grab a foot, roll it around, and crank it up. Now, if you can, let's think of some things that our feet help us with. For example, my feet help me walk. What do your feet help you do? And let's switch to the other foot. Maybe your feet help you run or jump or ride your bicycle. Next, we're gonna warm up our hands. To do so, we're gonna go on our hands and knees and turn those hands lots of different directions. Our hands help us with a lot of things too. Maybe eat, color, play on a phone or a tablet, swing on the monkey bars, or do handstands. Lots of different things our hands help us with. All right, guys, here comes the fun part. We're gonna lay down on our back. You guys, I will guarantee will be better at this than Miss Emily. We're gonna lay down long and strong, as long as we can, and then we're gonna set. In our set position, couple things. We're looking for hands flat on the floor, elbows up and knees up. So we can build some mountains with our knees, mountains with our elbows. From there, press it on up to a back bend. I will save you guys the trouble on my back bend, but if we need a little scale or a variation for that, we can simply press up to a table. We want to hold that for about 5 to 10 seconds. Come down, hug your knees in a tuck, and rock and roll. Remember, guys, when we're stretching our back out, it's also super important to rock and roll and kind of reset that spine. Next, we're going to roll over to our belly. Fingers are going to go forward and press those hips down. Shoulders coming away from the ears to a nice seal stretch. Good job. You can look up to the ceiling. And then we're going to go on our hands and knees. Walk those hands out. Leave your hips and your bottom toward the sky. Press your armpits down. kitty cat stretch. Good job. I hope that stretch leaves you nice and warmed up, ready to face the day. If you had fun, be sure to like the video, comment with any questions you had, subscribe to the channel so that you can see what's next, and be sure to share it with your friends. We hope to see you soon.